Hey everyone, how is everybody? God's desire for me, Karen, Heather from Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. How are you guys? Anyone who comes in watching the replay, I appreciate you. Jaden, thank you so much for coming in. Hello, hello. Yes. So, what is everybody up to? It's Monday again. I feel like the summer has just completely flown by. We did just go on 2 trips back to back, so it has been a little busy this week, this month of July, but I feel like it's just flown by. My kids are going back, well, yeah, my kids are going back to school in a couple weeks, and then I'm going back to work after that, and I'm not ready to go back to work. I still want to enjoy the summer. So yeah, it's just so short the time we have off. Let me turn my volume down on my phone. I don't want to get any crazy notifications. Jennifer, guess what came in today? Oh, good. So how did it come? Did it make it alive? Were the roots alive? Was the paper towel still wet? A lot of people are saying that they're well, I shouldn't say a lot. Some people are saying that it was really dry and it didn't make it alive, or it just was really dry. Hey, hey, Lisa, hope you enjoyed your birthday. Hi, Robin, Garden State so and so. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for coming in. Um, so yeah, these last, sorry, I'm trying to turn all my notifications off on my phone so that I don't have any crazy notifications in the middle of the live. Um, yeah, this last month has been pretty crazy. You can hear like I'm still getting my voice back from Cedar Point. Some of those rides are pretty intense. So, outpatient surgery the day before, didn't enjoy your birthday. Oh, sorry to hear that, Lisa. There's always makeup time. You can always make up for it. You're still in the land of the living, right? It's hanging on for dear life. Okay, good. So, as long as the roots are viable, you should be okay. Um, it's froze. Oh, your Wi-Fi keeps going off and on. Oh, dang. Okay. Things keep breaking, but we have rain. Oh, good for you. Yeah, we had some rain earlier today. I think we had a little bit of rain yesterday, and we're supposed to get more rain tonight and tomorrow, I think. So, yeah, we're supposed to get a little bit of rain too. Not a whole lot, but enough, yeah. Okay, Wi-Fi is back. Last I heard was most people said. Okay, so what I was saying was a lot of people were saying that their mint came and it was like super dry. But I don't know if that was the roots that was super dry or if it was the whole plant that was super dry. Because I know the leaves on the top part were gonna dry up and those were gonna be those weren't gonna make it. But as long as the root is still viable and moist and you can put that in the dirt and give it some time and it should bounce back. Rain today and mostly all week. Yeah, same here. We're supposed to get rain quite a few days in a row. It's not going to rain all day, but a little bit every day. So it already rained today, so it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But Saturday and Sunday look good, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, we need the rain. We definitely need the rain. So I think maybe if the whole cutting was in a damp paper towel, maybe it would keep the top part from drying out. So it's a good experiment to see what works. Yeah, I didn't want it to get like moldy, so I didn't put the whole thing in the paper towel because the leaves on the top part would get kind of moldy. But um, hello, Maritza. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, I had a pretty busy end of July, I guess you could say. We went to Great Lakes and saw my son graduate, and then the following week we went to Ohio to go to Cedar Point, which was amazing. I love to ride rides, so Cedar Point is always fun for me. Always a good time. Me, my daughter, my husband, we all ride rides. So, and then my daughter brought a friend with her who also rides. So we always make sure we don't bring people that don't ride because, for one, we don't want to waste the money on somebody who's not going to ride anything. And two, like we need it to be an even amount of people so that we can ride, like the buddy system. So yeah, my mint is getting a tiny, tiny little new leaf. Oh yes, thank you, Robin. Good job. She got it right in as soon as she got it, and it's got new growth coming on already. Good, good, good. What's your favorite ride? My favorite ride has got to be I love the Millennium. The Millennium is great. I think my favorite ride is the Millennium and then the Val Raven. The Val Raven kind of just, when you get on it, there's like a steep drop, but as soon as you get to the top, right before the drop, it just like tilts you over and keeps you there for like 2 seconds. And you're just looking down at this drop, and then it just lets you go and you just drop and then you go into this big loop-de-loop. It's so fun. So fun. Yeah, it was dried out, but I didn't open the paper towel. I didn't want to take a chance on damaging the roots. So I put the root and the paper towel in water to rehydrate. Then I'll check the roots before planting. Good, good. Sounds like a plan. I trimmed some of the top off to help it recover. I'm hopeful. Yes. Mint is really resilient. So as long as the no thanks. As long as the root is still alive, you should have no problems as long as you keep it nice and moist. Hi, Lori. How are you? Did you get my comment on your garden tour? You had made a comment during your, hey, Kristen. Thanks for coming in. You had made a comment on one of your garden tours, and you were like, if anyone would know, Adrian would know. And I think it was about the rose hips. So I hope you got the comment that I left you about the rose hips. You were trying to figure out if you should just harvest them, because I know that it says that you should wait for the first frost to harvest them, and that's just to that just makes them sweeter. Is what it does. So if you do harvest them early, the rose hips I'm talking about, make sure that they're, I did see that. Okay, but my rose hips are green. Okay, so then, yeah, don't harvest them while they're green. wait till they turn, and then you can harvest them and put them in the freezer. But if they're not red yet, then just wait. I waited like 4 hours to get on the Millennium Force. Wow, that's a long time, Jennifer. So when we got there, we had an early access, meaning that the hotel that we stayed at gave us an hour early access. So we could access the park an hour before it opened. So park opens at 10. We were able to get in at 11. See, I knew you would know. And I don't know why I know that, Lori. I don't even know why I know that because I don't even have roses. So, hi, Tina. Good to see you. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. I think you said you kind of were not feeling too good. And I hate to hear that. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you had a good day at BBS. Yeah, Lori, I don't know why I know that because I don't even have roses. It's just I don't know. I just take in information, and it's like at the time you think it's useless information, but then somewhere along the way in life it comes up, and you're like, hey, I know that. I don't know why I know that, but I know that. So it's funny. Hey, Gail. Nice to see you guys coming in. If anybody wants to come up, you guys are welcome to come up. I have no problems with you guys coming up. If you guys have a paid StreamYard, you can stream to your channel and whatever, whatever you guys want to do is fine. I didn't have any type of agenda today or anything like that, so it's all good. But like I was saying, we got into the park an hour early. So we got in at 9, and there's a handful of rides that you can ride early, like the early access rides. And the Millennium was on the list. You're supposed to be able to ride it, but it was down, and they didn't know what time it was going to be up. So we waited like all morning for that ride to come on. We didn't stand there and wait. We just were like, okay, whatever. So we walked around and rode a couple other things that we could ride, before the park officially opened. And then by the time we came back around, there was a huge. I don't want to say huge, but there was a line starting for the Millennium. But still, they had not let anyone in the line, if that makes sense. So where the line starts, it wasn't open. So people were lining up anyway, like outside of there, like kind of just in the, passageway or whatever. So when you go into the ride, you actually have to go in through like I don't know what they call those, like the little maze of where you stand in line. But yeah, that was not open yet. So the line looked like it could have been long, but if you thought about it, it wasn't long at all. So I was like, you know what? These people are lining up right here. I think we should get in line. Just let's just get in line and see what they're talking about or whatever. As far as wait time is. So we did. We got in line, and then sure enough, within like 10 or 15 minutes, they opened up the ride, and we were able to get right on. Like we did not wait, not even an hour to get on. So it was great. We got on and we got that out the way, and it was good because otherwise, later on, the ride was like 2 hours wait. And by that time, my feet were like screaming at me. It took me a couple of days to recover, actually. Can you guys hear me okay? You guys can see me okay? We went to Cedar Point in Ohio. The sound went out. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if I know that Jennifer said she was having an issue with her internet. I was wondering if I was having an issue with mine. So, yeah. Our generation can you put your second channel as a featured channel? Our generation, you mean our Georgia suburban homestead, Jaden? Is that who you're talking about? Our Georgia suburban homestead? Can you put your second channel as a featured channel? Yeah, so it was Cedar Point in Ohio. It's actually like really well known. It's a really well known theme park because the Millennium is I want to say it's the tallest
Can you see me? Come on, Zeke. All right. Can you guys see me now? I think Comcast might be doing some servicing in the area. Hey, Bushcraft. Okay, you guys can see me. I'm back. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My husband came upstairs and he was like, "Is something wrong with the internet?" And I was like, "No, I'm on a live right now." And then, boom, we just lost connection. So I did see a lot of trucks in the area. So it might have been something, something's going on in the area. I know that we're supposed to get, I know that we're supposed to get a bunch of storms coming through here shortly, like around 5 o'clock in a couple more hours. So, Bushcraft says, "Lick your finger and stick it in the air." Can you put your second channel as a featured channel? I don't know what a featured channel would be. Is there this internet? I don't know what's going on. Is that a thing to make your channel like a featured channel? Thinking about the pineapple mint since the live when she was telling us how she sent it to you. If it's still alive, can you send me a rooted cutting and I can e-transfer or trade for seeds? That's a great idea, Jen. Our neighbors, right? You guys are both in up there in Canada. Talked about it once, so you can direct folks to your other channel. Oh, okay. I can't figure it out. Oh, so it's like an auto direct type of thing. Oh, Zeke's got like a little scab on him. I thought for a second it was a tick. Because I have to, routinely rub him down to make sure, he does take stuff for his like fleas and ticks and stuff like that, but I always, you know, rub him down. He likes to go out here in these bushes and stuff, and occasionally he'll have ticks on him, but I always catch them pretty quickly. So Canada, but I'm on the Atlantic Ocean and she's on the Pacific Ocean. Wow. So you guys are not even close. So sad. I've been searching for it in my mint patch, but I don't see anything variegated. So I don't think it made it through the winter. Dang. I need to do a lot of things, but I don't feel well enough to do anything. Oh, Lisa, that's so sad. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. I am so sorry you're going through that. So what have you guys done anything exciting over your weekend? Zeke needs to go out. Go on, pup. I am recuperating from my Cedar Point trip because that was definitely fun, but at the same time, it was kind of exhausting. I think we walked over 20,000 steps at that park in that one day. And um, my back and my feet and my legs definitely felt it. I think that's like over 20,000 steps. That's like over 10 miles. Not very well in the winter. I planted it twice and it didn't come back each time. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought all mint was just, resilient. Cardiac rehab and filmed something at a restaurant. Released it yesterday, I think. Okay. I didn't see that. I didn't even get a notification. Flying back to Alberta for Dad's celebration of life on Saturday. Oh, Lori. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Not a good sign, right? Yes, prayers for you, Lisa. Prayers for you, Lori, and your law. Hopefully this internet doesn't cut out on me. I'm on the phone now, so it should be fine. Um, I was just trying to see if these. Sometimes people are walking past and he's barking at them, but I don't see him out there, so he didn't see them either. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I'm putting my favorite plants in the house over winter, and the rest, which are all in 5-gallon buckets, are going in the greenhouse over winter. That's a good plan. Whatever, if I have anything left of that little blueberry plant that I have out there, I'll be putting that in the shed. I don't have a greenhouse anymore because my mistake. I mean, and I loved that little greenhouse. It was so good. It was so, I had doubled it. I had reinforced it. It was a great little greenhouse. It was like a little bit over $100. And it was great, but I left it unzipped and we had like a really strong windstorm that day. And I forgot that it was open. And I looked out my kitchen window and I was like, wow, it's so windy out there. And I just happened to turn my head and I looked and saw the greenhouse. It was it was still very much, it was bent because the wind blowing for, let me take this Wi-Fi off. Because the wind was blowing it so hard, it just bent it, like it was totally bent, and like a couple of the, those little aluminum frames, they're not built for that type of stuff. So it bent it and I couldn't get it bent back because then I tried to bend it back and one of them snapped and I was like, you know what? Just forget it. And so then I just took it all down. But I really miss that little greenhouse. I was really surprised it didn't make it. All of my other mints came back just fine. I have peppermint, spearmint, chocolate mint, and orange mint. And it might be because, yeah, sometimes when you grow stuff in a raised bed, it's a plus for the start of the season because it warms up quickly, but it's a negative for the cold season because it freezes quickly or freezes harder, I guess you could say, because it's above the ground. Peppermint and spearmint, but no orange. That's different. I front that my mint from last year looked dead and it just started sprouting. Oh yeah, I remember that, you saying that. That happened with my chocolate mint like the first year I had it. I thought it died and I was like, dang, I thought mint was like really, you know, resilient, like it's hard to kill. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. But then it started new growth later on, like later in the season, like probably midsummer. It started putting on new growth and I was like, oh, look at that, it's not dead after all. So yeah. Hey there, Troy, thanks for popping in. I have been going to the post office, but my chocolate mint is not here. You know what, Gail, I just got those 4 o'clock seeds that you sent. Um, and that was a long time ago, wasn't it? I just got those um Friday. Friday. I got those 4 o'clock seeds that I won from you on I think it was like your 500 subscriber giveaway, which was a while ago. I just got your 4 o'clock seeds on Friday. So I don't know what the issue is. The LP dimension. Okay, LP, the LP dimension. Hello, LP. The mint in my green stalk actually died this winter. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. Like putting mint in containers is probably not the best way to grow it. Even like, even though it says to put it in a container, don't leave it out in the winter because it seems like it doesn't want to come back, or it could damage the roots to the point where either it doesn't come back or it takes a very long time to recover. I have turmeric, ginger, galanda root, and lemongrass in a raised bed, and we had a really cold winter. Everything has come back. That's good, Lisa. That is really good. Yes, a long time ago on the flowers. Yeah, I was like, wow. And I had forgot about them. I forgot that they were even coming. Usually I try to keep track of like what I'm supposed to be expecting in the mail. And I had forgot all about those 4 o'clock seeds. Um, Although I was looking at Nikki's garden tour, like Nikki, the OCD-ish chick. I was watching her garden tour and she had some 4 o'clocks. And then also was it Butler Family Farm had just did a I was trying to catch up on the garden tour playlist, put it that way, because I wanted to make sure that I watched all of, the garden tour playlist for July, because July is about to be done and I hadn't caught up on the playlist. So I was running the playlist for the ones that I hadn't seen yet, and I seen Nikki's 4 o'clocks, and I want to say Butler Family Farm did a garden tour, and she was talking about her 4 o'clocks and how they bloom, after 4 o'clock or whatever. And I was like, wait, I think I'm supposed to be getting some 4 o'clock seeds, and then I think it was like that day I got them. But yeah, I had forgot all about them. But it took a long time for me to get those. So I hope your mint gets there soon, Gail. It's me, LP, but I added my channel name now. Okay, the LP Dimension. Nice. I had mint for a year in big pots, now in a raised bed. My autocorrect is so bad on my phone. It was Butler, right? Okay. Because I know that in the beginning of I was about to say in the beginning of the movie, in the beginning of the video, she was like, these are my 4 o'clocks or whatever. It's early in the morning and they usually don't bloom till, later in the afternoon. So I'll come back and I'll add that clip in at the end of the video. So I was like, oh, okay. Because I never knew that that's why they called them 4 o'clocks, is because they bloom later, like at the peak of the afternoon, or open up, I should say, because they already bloomed. They just weren't open. We had volunteer 4 o'clocks all over this year, and volunteer mullein. Oh, I always have volunteer mullein. We're keeping an eye on seed pods for orange flame milkweed. Ooh, we'll be giving that away during my lives. That's wonderful, Lisa. Orange flame milkweed. That sounds amazing. Did you see my video on eating the milkweed pods? Yes, I did. It looked a lot like okra after you sliced it up. It reminded me of like okra pods, but I'm sure that it doesn't taste anything like okra. But I did not know, I had no idea that the milkweed pods were edible. So I learned something new about milkweed. Yes, it looks like okra, but the flavor is better than okra. Okay. I love pickled okra. I don't usually do anything other than pickled okra, or if I put it in like a soup or a stew, um, or maybe even a stir fry. If I buy it and it's in a like a mix that's already been frozen, yeah. But I'm not too big on fried foods anymore, ever since I had my gallbladder removed. Sorry, I almost bumped that button. Ever since I had my gallbladder removed, I'm not real big on fried foods. So I ate so much pickled okra during one of my pregnancies that I can't even look at it anymore. I didn't even know about it till a couple years ago. Yep, a couple years ago was when I first discovered pickled okra. And then it just so happened that Mel from Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It, she was doing some type of okra challenge. And I was like, hey, let's just do pickled okra. Because, I mean, everybody can get down with some pickles, right? You can air fry okra. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right, Charles. You're right. And I did not even think about that. But I do have some okra, hopefully. Oh, one of my sunflowers opened up. Oh, that's beautiful. I just saw that today. One of my sunflowers bloomed. It looks pretty marvelous from here. Watching you gals was how I discovered pickled okra. I'm addicted now. I'm telling you, LP, I can eat a whole jar of pickled okra in one sitting. I kid you not. I can do that. And I have to catch myself because it'll be like, oh wait, I'm almost done with this jar. Let me put this away. I mean, it is so good. And it's good for you too. Backyard trucker. Hey, thanks for coming in. Oh, that reminds me, I need to send that email for that coffee cup. I was going to do that today, but I had some errands to run and I just got back not too long ago, and then I was setting up for the live, and then I got distracted. I was in Tuber Chats live, and I was all over the place. And then um, my internet, something's going on with my internet right now, so I had to switch to my phone. Did she find a place to live? Bake a leg and let's dig it. No, Gail. She was staying in her truck for a little while, and now I think she might be at what's his name's house? Jay. She might be at Jay's house because the last few times she did her live, she was at Jay's. So I don't know if he's letting her stay there, she's staying with him now, or what the deal is. But like a couple of lives ago, I was in her live and I saw that she was in a house, and I was like, "Oh, Mel, did you get your place?" And she was like, "No, I didn't." And she didn't say anything else, like where she was or anything. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll just, I'll leave it alone. I'm not going to ask. If she's not going to tell, then I'm not going to ask. You know what I mean? So I just saw that she was in a house or apartment or something. So I was like, oh, I thought maybe she got her place, but she said she didn't. So same, but I don't let myself. So I'll have some later. Exactly. I don't want to eat it all up because then I'll be sad if I don't have any left. Hey, Mike. Thanks for coming in. I didn't grow okra this year. I didn't like it. I will have to try it pickled. Robin, I'm telling you, if you like pickles, you will love pickled okra. And it's a great way to get your okra in because okra is really good for you. You just have to, like it. I'm finding sunflower seeds on the floor here in my sunroom. Those are the black oil sunflowers seeds. Because I had a bag of them out here that I used to fill the bird feeder with. But when summer rolls around and there's plenty of stuff for them to eat, I don't really fill it too often. So I just kind of let them, because they're going to eat bugs and worms and whatever else anyway. So I just let them summer it out, and then when it starts to get cold again, or whatever, then I'll start filling the feeders again. But I mean, it's summer, and hey, you can hunt your food. Grilled okra is pretty good. Reduces slime. Oh, good to know, because I do like to grill a lot. And not only that, but my Ninja also has a grill setting on it. So I got one of those 5-in-1 Ninjas. So it's an air fryer. It air fries, bakes, grills, dehydrates, and roasts. So I could do all types of stuff in it. I haven't used every um, setting. I haven't used the dehydrator yet. I think I need to get a different, like, what's it called? An insert for that setting. And I don't believe I know I haven't used the roasting setting. I think I used bake one time. One time. I don't remember what I baked in there, but oh, she's with Jared, her son. Okay. She's with Jared. Okay. Oh, so did he finally get rid of his girlfriend? Or his ex-girlfriend? I don't know. He had a girlfriend that was staying there, and he was trying to get her out so that his mom can move in. So I don't know what happened with that. Do you want to trade an orange mint cutting for seeds? Lori, do you want to trade an orange mint cutting for seeds? Let's see. I don't like boiled okra either. Well, yeah, I'm not fond of boiled okra. I don't really like boiled anything unless it's like boiled eggs. But um yeah, I'm not a big boiled vegetable person. I feel like that's just blah. I'd rather do like a saute, or like a roasting method, or even grilled. Broiling is good too. Like, I like stuff that has like a little bit of a crisp on the outside, or even a char, but like a boiled, blah, not really into boiled anything. Shannon, hey, hey, thanks for coming in. I'm in Canada. It just came today. See that? Oh my gosh. Like, Jennifer got hers. I can't believe you didn't get yours, Gail. It'll probably come like a month from now, and it'll be crazy dead. So don't let me forget, Gail. But if you don't get it soon, I'm gonna wait till the weather kind of cools off a little bit, and then I can send you some more. Um, this next week is gonna be like high 80s. I don't know what your weather's gonna be, but I looked at the week after, like I looked at the 10-day, and we're supposed to get down to like the 70s. I feel like I got a mosquito bite on my forehead. It keeps itching right here. Um, so yeah, when the weather tries to cool off just a little bit, maybe I can slip it in the mail, and it'll get there faster, and it'll have a better chance of survival. I can send you a cutting, but I didn't keep your address from your package. So yeah, Jen, email Lori. Yes, hit the thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I'll email you after the live. Good, good. Awesome. Thank you. I will try that. Will do. Package I ordered was delivered right from the seed company, so I wouldn't have to pay shipping. My address wasn't on there. That was the seed company. I did not delete your comment, or if I did, it was an accident. Oh, you deleting comments, Gail? Remember that time you deleted somebody's comment or something happened and you like put somebody in timeout or blocked somebody, something happened and it was like a total like mistake. And it was like it was funny. It was a big mistake. It was like I didn't mean to do it. I think it was Where to Begin Homestead because she emailed me like 3 or 4 times after that and was like, somebody blocked me or somebody, yeah, I think it was blocked. Somebody blocked me from your lives or something like that. I thought it was funny because it's a simple mistake. I know that you didn't mean to do it. Good, I didn't keep it then. Gail ban Jan. Ah, ban Jan. Why? What did Jan do? Oh, I saw Jan's interview with Ken. It was a great interview. It was really good. Oh, I'm so glad she found her sheep too. She one of her sheep had got away or got out of its pen or something, and she was worried. So I'm glad she got her little sheep back. Ah, that's funny. So did anybody else do anything over the weekend? I feel like something's in my eye now. I kind of lost my voice a little bit at Cedar Point. I don't do a lot of like screaming on rides. I just do fun screaming, you know what I mean? Because I love the rides. I love them. I'm like hands up the whole ride type of rider, you know? So I'm doing a lot of wire wrapping around the resin gems I'm making. Okay, so at least you're able to do that, Lisa. That's probably really therapeutic. Doing the resin, that's probably really therapeutic. So I got home, I made a video, but I got home from Great Lakes. I was gone for 3 days. Someone was house sitting for me and keeping an eye on Zeke. Um, but I didn't have anybody watching the garden. And when I got back, I definitely had some casualties in the garden. So I did have to pull some things out. I did get one zucchini though. A woohoo kind of person? Yes. Yes, Charles. I am like, yes. I was on the ride screaming, yeah. The person next to me is probably holding on for dear life, and I'm like, yeah. I love it. I love the adrenaline rush. Have to keep my hands busy. At first, I thought someone deleted my comment, but then I looked at the comment and saw it was me. I think it's when I was walking from my bedroom to the kitchen. Oh, yeah. You're like, hey, you deleted my comment. Oh, I did. Whoops, that was me. Yeah, so I did, but like I said, I did get one. I got one zucchini, you guys. I don't know if you guys saw my community post. I posted a picture of my harvest and I put on there like I fought long and hard for that one zucchini. And I've got one more out there. So I know for sure that I will get 2 zucchinis this summer. Out of 6 plants, for sure I'm getting 2 zucchinis. So, but good thing I don't spend a ton of money on my garden. I don't know if I spend any money on my garden really. Um, My garden is so organic that I use just all natural, things. And the things that I do use, I already have on hand. So if I buy anything, it's a, I don't know, a container, or it might be I don't know. I don't know if I bought anything this year for the garden. I think I bought a couple of hand shovels because I always lose those around the garden. So, they're like $1 at the Dollar Tree. And when I buy them, I pick up a few of them, and if I use them, I use them. If I don't, then I don't. But like I'll pick up a couple and just have them on hand. Um, but then no later than I buy them, I find the ones that I lost. So it doesn't matter. They're $1. But I don't buy soil. I don't buy fertilizers. I don't buy pesticides. And I haven't bought seeds in a very, very long time. So I'm very proud of myself for that. One is better than none. You got that right. Did you get my apology card, Mike? Amazon took like a week to get it to you. Oh, dang. Pumpkins and zucchini growing all over was from your compost. Okay. My zucchini plants aren't doing well, but one of them is in a different bed and it's doing great. So what I get from it will probably be what I get. I hear you, because the two zucchinis that I have that are in the bed, they are the ones that are giving me the zucchini. Um, and the ones that I had in the containers are the ones that got attacked by the vine borer, because I did have vine borer damage. So on one plant, I did not see any vine borers at all this year. I've seen a lot of squash bugs and I've seen a lot of cucumber beetles. I did not see any vine borers. I did not, with my own eyes, see any, but I see the damage on the one zucchini. So, and I have no cucumber plants, 0 cucumber plants. All my cucumber plants dead from the cucumber beetle. So they all succumb to the bacteria wilt that the cucumber beetle spreads. So yeah, there was no saving those. So I got 0 cucumber plants, and I'm down to about 2 good zucchini plants and maybe 1 yellow squash. So I haven't gotten any yellow squash yet, but I have faith that that one plant is going to give me at least a couple of yellow squash. At least I'm hoping. Most I spend on my garden is feeding rabbits. Oh, I miss my rabbits. I do miss my rabbits, but um, I have to contemplate on whether or not, if I had help, like if I had family members or um, somebody that I can call and say, hey, can you keep an eye on the rabbits for me? Then I would get more rabbits. But I don't have anybody who can do that for me. My sister-in-law is allergic. So that's out of the question. None of my family, I don't have any family. So I have 2 sisters, but they don't even drive. So they can't even make their way over here to do it, even if they wanted to. So like I don't have anybody really that will that I can ask, or that I want to ask to do that for me if we decide to go like to Florida to see my daughter, or South Carolina to see my son, or you know what I mean, if we want to just pick up and go on a vacation, on a cruise or whatever. Because we've been talking a lot about going places and vacationing more, but I don't want to have, I've already got Zeke that I have to have a sitter for, so I don't want to trust anybody with rabbits, put it that way. OMG, I have those all over the yard. See, I'm so jealous. I'm always losing my tools. Yeah, vine borers suck, no pun intended. I just started growing my cucumber plants from seed. I got 2 sprouts. You know what? It's not too late for me. I can still probably start like some Space Masters because they grow in about 60 days. So I do still have time, and I have not ruled it out um, on starting some more cucumbers. I'm just trying to wait a little bit to get past this infestation, I guess you could say, because I'm still seeing the cucumber beetles, and I feel like they should have already been dead and gone by now. Had a billion squash bugs. In my opinion, worse the vine borers as the numbers were crazy. Oh my gosh. 12 to 14 zucchini before the vine borers took them. Wow. See, I thought about putting a metal mailbox in my backyard for my tools. Yeah, I saw that too. I've seen that on like Pinterest. But I did have a tote in the garden that I was putting my stuff in. But then I don't know why I stopped doing it. I just stopped doing it. I don't know why. I have one really good hand shovel. It's like my favorite hand shovel. And then the others are just kind of like meh. I got I had 2 yellow plastic ones, and now I only see one out there, and I broke that one. Like the tip of it. So like the tip of it like is like on an angle, like it's gone, like somebody took a bite out of it. But I still use it. I mean, it still serves a little bit of a purpose. So if I see it and I need a shovel, I'll grab it. So, and I had got the plastic ones too because I was like, oh, these are good because they won't rust. I can leave them outside and whatever. But yeah, I'm always my pruners. I'm leaving them. Um, I think I have 2 pairs of pruners out there now because I don't see them in here anywhere. So they must be outside. But I don't buy expensive pruners. I have one pair that I spent like $7 on, and they're more rusted than the pair that I spent $1 on. So go figure. I didn't say Gail in that comment. My tablet added that. Smart tablets. They think they're smarter than us, huh, Mike? 2 metal mailboxes for the tools in the garden. I still find my tools all over the place. I have 90 days left for growing. Need to figure out what I need to plant. See, like here, my first frost date is October 22nd. And a lot of times we don't even get the frost that early. Um, Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it'll snow on Halloween. And then other times it's 60 degrees on Christmas. So you never know what you're going to get. But I do have things like row covers, and I do have those popover greenhouses that I can use to protect plants from frost and damage and things like that. So squash bugs too on your butternut squash. I just put out 2 brand new butternut squash and I want to say 2 spaghetti squash, but I'm not positive that those are spaghetti squash. I don't remember what they are, but I think they are spaghetti squash because I think those are the only squash that I started. I planted the sunshine kabocha, but it didn't sprout. So of the 3 that I planted, I planted the spaghetti, the butternut, and the sunshine kabocha. But the sunshine kabocha didn't sprout. So I'm guessing that that one that I have in the grow bag is a spaghetti squash. And I think I put it in that spot so that it could climb the fence. At least that's what I'm thinking. But I don't remember. 5 butternut squash, I think, before the bugs. Oof. Worst bug year I've had ever. I was trying to grow a unique old squash that Native Americans grew. The squash bugs ate the roots to nothing. You know, I wonder if Native Americans had to deal with squash bugs. I don't think they did. I thought maybe you had seen my vine borer damage video, Mike. Yes, I had no bugs last year, only Japanese beetles, yes. And they stayed on my zinnias. My Japanese beetles tear up my grapevines. They used to tear up my blackberry bushes, but I have not yet, yet, have not seen the beetles on the blackberry bush, only on the grapevines. But I'm still getting grapes, so the bugs broke my spirit. I'm done till 2025. I might try some grow light growing. I've got all my fall seeds under the grow light. I've got one giant kombucha squash growing, a few crooknecks of the 20 squash varieties I planted. I've got maybe 5. Yeah, see, I did 6 zucchini. I think I did like 6 yellow squash. I had I don't know, about 6 or 8 maybe closer to 10 cucumber plants. And now I have 0. Most of them were pickling cucumbers because that's what I planned on doing, but 0 cucumbers. Um, and now they are attacking my cantaloupes. So who knows? I see some melons on there that are trying to form, but who knows if they'll make it because they just, you know, they can't fight those bugs. You taught me about the Hubbard squash trap plant, and thanks to you, we got Georgia candy roasters. This year is a bust. Yeah. Um, I should actually take my own advice. Like I should do the Hubbard squash trap plant. But I know that the Hubbard squash gets so big, and the Hubbard squash is going to produce squash. It's not just the trap plant, you know, it's going to actually produce those squash. And I don't know if I want Hubbard squash, you know, I'm not sure. So did you get Hubbard squash, Lisa? And if you do get Hubbard squash, what do you do with it? Because that was like the one thing I didn't want to do was grow a Hubbard squash, take up space for a Hubbard squash, even though it will be a trap plant. Grow all this Hubbard squash and then not do anything with it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna remoge and see if I can get kale before frost in 60 days. Oh yeah, because as warm as it is, it'll germinate quickly. And now's the time that you want to get your seeds started. Remove and see if I can get kale. Yeah, now's the time that you want to get your seeds started so that by the time the frost does come, your plant is well established and the frost is not going to bother it. If the seedling is still too little to handle that, then you might not be able to, the kale might not be able to withstand that frost. But once you get it established and it's got a few, you know, pretty good leaves on it, then it should be fine. Kale is a master of, frost and freeze. Half charred cider wood is good for squash bugs. Good to know. What do you do with it? It gave us one blue squash that we saved almost a year. Wow. I know they keep really well. That I do know. Bake it, boil it, mash it, make pie. We made squash fritters and bread. Oh, that's a good idea. So kind of like how you make zucchini bread, you could do like cedar wood. Okay. So do you put that around your base of your plant, Charles? Half charred cedar wood. Put it around the plants. Okay. Hubbard squash is kind of a sweet squash. Okay, okay, okay. So I didn't know that it was sweet like that. So now that I've got that in my head, I think I could probably get away with using it kind of like you would do like a pumpkin pie or a sweet potato pie. Add those types of spices and seasonings to the pie, and you know, boom, you got pie. Oh, you're allergic to cedar trees, so I can't try that. Wow. Like butternut squash. Yeah. Okay, so I'm growing, what am I growing out there? Butternut squash? I think I'm growing butternut squash this year for the first time. I have not grown butternut squash before because I didn't feel like we were going to eat it because a lot of I don't, my family does. I would eat it, but I don't think my family would eat it. But then I figured it out like, well, I could always use it like, like a pumpkin pie or something like that. So, and not only that, but my mother-in-law would probably eat it. So I was like, you know what? Since I can't get zucchini and yellow squash to grow, maybe I can get some of this butternut squash. So I do have two butternut squash out there. I don't remember what varieties they were. I don't have my seeds out here right now, but I don't remember which butternut squash I grew. Yes, would be great as a pie. Okay. Treat sweet squash like sweet potato. Uh-huh. Most sweet potato tasting squash is kombucha squash. And I tried to plant some of that. I planted like 3 or 4 seeds and none of it germinated. So I didn't I think it's like I want to say it's like an 80 to an 85-day squash. So I'd really be cutting it close if I tried to um to plant some more. But hey, it's not impossible. Favorite, second favorite, coconut milk custard. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Nuke a chunk and eat it. Nuke a chunk and eat it. Pure sweet potato pie taste. No sugar needed. Butternut and acorn are good for storing. I made ginger snaps with butternut squash. Oh, butternut squash flour. Now that's interesting. So you dehydrated the butternut squash and made flour with it. I have seen zucchini flour. The Amish make zucchini flour. So I have seen that. So if you did butternut squash flour, it'd be the same type of setup as making the zucchini flour. Mine was in my Thunderdome bed. I stepped on it. Oh, luckily no damage. Wow. I think I'm going to make some butternut squash tonight, making me hungry. I'm eating butter fried crook neck tonight. Okay, so I'm making grilled chicken and I'll probably do grilled zucchini too. I've got that one zucchini in there already. And I'm going to check and see how big this one is out here now. It's probably about, it's probably big enough now because it was about 2 days ago when I saw it and it was probably the size of a pickle at that time. So 2 days on a zucchini, that's, yeah. So I'm guarantee it's probably big enough now. Butternut squash tonight. Okay, I read that one. Okay, back to a softer seat and my wire. You all have a great evening. Enjoy the chat. Thank you, Lisa. Hope you feel better soon. I'm doing baked chicken barbecue. Barbecue baked chicken. Yeah, I just seasoned up some chicken breast and I'm letting it sit in the fridge. And then I'm going to probably throw it in the Ninja and grill it inside because I don't feel like taking the whole cover off the grill just to make some grilled chicken breast. And besides that, it's supposed to rain soon. So I'll probably just use the Ninja and grill it inside. But yeah, I could probably do some grilled zucchini. My grandfather used to make zucchini with tomatoes, like zucchini and tomatoes and Parmesan cheese, like all in a mixture. I used to love that. Oh, hello, Miss Shirley. Congratulations. I saw your post. Miss Shirley got monetized. Woohoo. Raining now. Yes, back in the house. Hello, hello. Devil dog. Hoorah. Just stop by. Thanks for stopping in. I pulled out a container of chili from the freezer for dinner tonight. A nice rainy day meal. Ooh, yes. I love chili. I do. It doesn't have to be cold. It doesn't have to be hot. I can eat chili any time of the year. I need to check my garden, but it's hot and humid. Oh, I know, Mike. It's terrible. It's really humid out here now. Zucchini fried with Parmesan. Yum. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea, too. I could bread it in the Parmesan and fry it. Yummy, yummy. Yes. Congrats, Miss Shirley. I'll get there one day. Honestly, I didn't start my channel to get monetized, so I never had the intention. I think I've had my channel like 7 years now, and I've never had the intention to get monetized. So these last few years, I've been leaning more towards it. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? Because I usually take the winter off, and that right there it'll kill me. So I'm thinking I probably will not take the winter off this year. Instead, I'll do some like cooking collaborations, and there's always a collaboration going on. I'm not sure I'll do any winter growing challenges or anything like that, but I will definitely participate in some of the cooking collaborations um, and just continue doing my lives and things like that. So, yeah, I guess I'll work at it now. Rained all last week here. Now we are in for the heat and humidity. You got that right. It's supposed to rain again around 5 o'clock, which is 4:30 now. It's supposed to rain again around 5 o'clock, but It is very humid out here. Very humid. I was gonna go out and do some diatomaceous earth on my plants, but I'm like, man, it's gonna rain. I don't want to just be putting stuff out there and then it rains and then it's no good. I'm just wasting it because that stuff has to be dry in order to use for it to be, you know, effective. So if I'm just out there sprinkling diatomaceous earth all over my plants and then it's gonna rain in 2 hours, there's no point. Gail always has 20 collabs a month going on. I did. You know what, Charles? I told her, I said, you are the collaboration queen. You're in the time zone I am. Yes, I'm in Central Standard Time. Yes. 20 collaborations a month going on. Yes, I did say that though. I told her the other day, I was like, Gail, you are the queen of collaborations. And they're good collaborations too. Like, I've done a few collaborations, but I don't get any, I don't get very many supporters or people to join my collaborations. So I'm not, quick to try to come out with a collaboration. It's hard to keep up with all the collaborations as it is, let alone to try to come out with your own collaboration. It's a lot. I don't know how she does it. I know. And this year she was a little overwhelmed, I think, too. It was humid here and then it rained and has now cooled down. Ooh, that sounds lovely, Miss Shirley. Yes. Yes. Thank you for your service, Devil Dog. My two oldest are in the Navy. I just have the Garden Tour Club. The Fall Fest 24 giveaway starts soon. Yep. Oh, don't forget you've got the cards for the homeless, Gail. Don't forget that collaboration. Isn't it cards for the homeless? Hashtag cards for the homeless, right? I believe. Yeah, but there's a lot of collaborations going on and there's always another one starting up and I mean to participate in them all, but life is lifing and it just if it's left up to me to do it, I sometimes will just be like, whatever, I'm not gonna it's too late. It's too late now, so never mind. But if somebody is doing collaboration and they're really organized and they're like, hey, sending out all these mass emails and do you want to join and are you going to be a part of it? And then you say yes, and then they're like, okay, this is your day. That type of stuff I can keep up with because there's a deadline. I need deadlines for stuff like that. So if it's just an open collaboration, yeah, I have a hard time with open collaborations that are just left up to me to do it. Unless it's super simple, like something I'm going to do anyway, like the Garden Tour Club, that was like a no-brainer. That's super simple. I'm going to do garden tours anyway, so I might as well be part of the collaboration. The weird container garden thing that Gail also posted all the time. So yeah, I mean that's fun. I always have something to plant in, so why not? Um, I thought about doing the scarecrow one. Oh, you got one from Rooted in Texas. Okay, good. Thank you for your support and thank your son. Yep. So, I was gonna do the scarecrow one, but I don't want to scare my birds away. I like my birds in my garden. Not that, a scarecrow is gonna scare them away anyway. I don't think it would. But, because I've got robins and blue jays, And those are some pretty aggressive birds. And I've got cardinals, of course. So I like them to be around the garden because I like them to eat all those bugs that I don't want in my garden, you know. So I don't want to scare my birds away. But I can put the scarecrow like in the front of the house or something. So I'll wait like till closer to fall, and then maybe I'll get a scarecrow decoration or something like that, and like put it in the front, and then I can be part of that collaboration. So, oh, my sound went weird. Something's wrong with the volume. Sounds like the mic went out. Messing up. Oh gosh, it's gonna be fun. Can you guys hear me now? I think it might be because my phone is like on 15%. Well, I wasn't on my phone at first. So I was on the computer and then my internet went screwy. So let's see if we can go back in the house and get back on the internet. I think they might have had like some outages in the area, or they might have been doing some maintenance in the area, and that might have been why things were screwy with the internet. I don't know, but let's check it out. Hopefully, it is back on, and we can get back onto the computer. Let's check it out. Oh, it looks like it's on. All right, let me go into my StreamYard here. I had Bella playing on the TV back there, but I guess with the lapse in the internet, it.
All right. All right. Is that better now? We're back inside. We're back in the computer. Does it sound better? I think it was because my phone the battery was really low. It was like 14%. So, oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I think it did that because the battery is low and I need to charge it. So, yeah. Oh, wow. It feels much better in here. It was getting a little humid out there. Is anybody doing any preserving? I got this blue book, Preserving. It's one of my favorites. I also have the USDA whatever canning book. Those are like the only two books I use really. I don't do a lot of canning, but when I do, I use one of those two books. So I love those books. I did the watermelon rind preserves, which they came out pretty good. Although I have to say, next time I probably won't put so much cinnamon as it calls for. I think the recipe called for like a teaspoon of cinnamon. And to me, it just tastes like apple pie or applesauce. But I don't get a very strong watermelon taste from the preserves at all. So I will probably, and I even added a few chunks of watermelon to the pot. I didn't show that on the video, but I added a few chunks of watermelon because I really wanted a stronger watermelon taste. and I didn't get that. And then I also think I blended it a little bit too much. Like it should have been just a little bit chunky, just a little bit, but to me it came out kind of like applesauce. But hey, it was my first time making it, so I was like, whatever. It'll all come out as preserves anyway, jelly, jam, whatever. I didn't use any pectin. I just used the sugar and the cinnamon. So, and of course the lemon juice. So the next time I do it, I probably will use less cinnamon because to me I think it was just a little, and I love cinnamon. Don't get me wrong, I love cinnamon, but I think it was just a little bit too much cinnamon. And I had a good amount of watermelon rind in there, so it wasn't like it wasn't enough. But I don't know. It's just to my taste. So if you guys make it, then let me know. We'll be making some peach butter soon. Oh yes, I made peach butter. I still have one jar unopened. It's a little 4-ounce jar. And I have one that I just opened in the fridge. So, and I'm pretty much the only one who loves peach like that. My husband loves apple. So I made apple butter and I made peach butter. So I do need to make some apple butter. The orchard opens only 2 months out of the year right down the street from me. And it's September and October. So I will be doing some apple butter. My blueberries and zucchini. You know what I did, Heather? I did a blueberry syrup for pancakes for my daughter one year because she loves blueberries. I did a blueberry syrup and a blueberry. Did I do blueberry jelly? No, I think it was just the blueberry syrup. I did blueberry syrup. Yep. It was pretty good. I've got tons of shredded zucchini. Oh, yum. You can make zucchini fritters. In the fall, it's applesauce and apple butter. Yes. Yes. Yum. Broken Hearts Ministry, I am excited for Fall Fest 24. I'm excited too. I love the Fall Fest 24. My apples won't be ready for a month yet. Yeah, that's about right. Because it's only July. Well, it's about to be August, but yeah, like September, October, like that's your window right there. September and October is the month of apples. So yeah, chutney for the holidays. That sounds good. I've made a blueberry chia seed jam before. That sounds very healthy, Karen. Very healthy. That sounds yummy. I'll freeze some for breads. Yep. So I had the intentions of making tons of pickles this year, and now I don't have any cucumber plants. So I'm almost on the fence about whether or not I need to just buy some at the farmer's market and call it a year, or if I really want to try to grow them again, try again to grow them. So the Space Master cucumber would be like a bush cucumber. It's not going to travel, it's not going to climb, it's not going to do all that. And I can put that anywhere. So I'm thinking about um, possibly putting a Space Master cucumber like in the front of my house, away from the garden, away from all the rest of the pests and things that are already in the garden. So I'm thinking about just doing that because my front of my house gets just as much sun as the back of my house. It's just that the front of my house gets the second half of the day sun, so it's not as hot. Um, but yeah, I could always put it somewhere else too in the back. Just I don't want it in the garden because I don't want it to get attacked. So another thing that I can probably do is I could probably do one of those pop over greenhouses on it and leave that on there And when it starts to produce and starts to get flowers, I can hand pollinate the cucumber myself. Okay, that way I have complete control over the total environment of the cucumber plant. And I can, but I just know myself, and that's going to take a lot of effort. And I'm not sure that I'm up for that task of babysitting that cucumber. So I don't know. I have to decide because I've only got about 85 days left in my growing season. I got my butternut squash in the oven now. Ooh, yummy. What'd you put on it, Gail? Did you season it and then put it in the oven? Or do you put it in the oven first and then take it out and then season it? How do you do that? There will be a Fall Fest 24 Q&A on Friday at 10:30 a.m. Questions and rules and changes. Okay, so let me put that in my um, calendar so that I don't forget. Because for some reason, I have not been getting any of your notifications, Gail, and Susan as well. I have not been getting notifications for Susan. And then when I go to look for Susan's lives, the live is buried so far down the page, like the home page or even my subscription page. Like I'll go to like the dashboard, I'll go down to subscriptions, and then it'll show you only the channels you're subscribed to. And I know she's live, like I know she's live, and I don't want to watch the live on my phone, so I'm looking for it on the computer and I don't even see it. Like I have to actually go to her channel just to get onto her live. And I'm not understanding why YouTube is doing that. I feel like something is going on with Susan's channel. Hello, our treasured home. Nancy, thank you for coming in on this channel. Okay, so you're doing the Fall Fest Q&A on the Broken Hearts Ministry channel. Got it. They are doing that across the board, not sending out notifications again. And I thought maybe it's my YouTube, maybe it's because I've been connecting with a lot of people on Tuber Chat and we've been, trading, watch times and playlists and things like that. And, supporting each other, maybe because I'm supporting new channels to me, and you know what I mean, doing that interaction, that some of my older channels are getting pushed like further out of the algorithm, I guess you could say. But um I don't know how to explain it. I just know that I have to really put in work to find some people's lives sometimes when I know for a fact that they're on live. Like even sometimes the Broken Heart Ministry channel, when you are live, Gail, with like Heather or Tina or whatever, and I know that you're live, sometimes I don't see your live pop up on my dashboard. It'll be somebody else's live, but I know that you're in that live, so I know that you're live. So sometimes, because what I'll do is I'll put both of the lives on, but sometimes I can't find the other live. So it gets a little frustrating with this YouTube thing. All right, so Friday is going to be Broken Hearts Ministry at 10:30 a.m. All right, 10:30 a.m. All right, got it. And then on the 6th for Gail Southern Living, is it the same time, Gail, at 10:30 a.m.? All right. So I put those in my calendar because, like I said, I can't count on YouTube to send out the notifications for things like that. Like I said, I don't get any notifications for Susan's channel. Oh, 5 p.m. regular time. Okay. How is Jamie, Gail? Have you talked to Jamie? I know she was feeling under the weather or she was sick. 5 p.m. All right. So yeah, how's Jamie? She canceled the last couple of lives I think she was supposed to do, and I had been looking for her to go live before me so that I could, go into her live, but I didn't see her. She didn't go live today, right? I think that was another one that I don't. Okay. Jamie's not feeling well, not sure what's going on. I tried to call her this morning. Okay. All right. Yeah, I had posted on her community page, I think it was, or maybe it was one of her videos. I posted a comment for her to feel better. So I hope she's doing all right. That virus is going around again, so I know more a couple of people her lives will be postponed for a few more weeks. Okay. And you know what? It might just be that, she's not feeling well for one, and she might just have life happening and she doesn't have time to sit still. So we'll just keep her in prayer. Hopefully everything is well with Jamie. Jamie, if you're watching the live, we are thinking of you. Anyone who's watching the live on the replay, thank you so much. Please hit the thumbs up, share it out. Um, I was catching up on my watch later list. So I did a lot of the garden tours, and I did Jan's onion harvest, which was great. Oh, Heather, I watched your fair video, and that was pretty cool. All the animals. Oh, those rabbits! They made me miss my rabbits. The big Flemish giant one, he was looking real nice. That's a handsome rabbit right there. If it was a he, which I think it probably was, but he looked like a nice handsome rabbit. I would love to have a Flemish giant rabbit. Can you imagine a rabbit the size of a dog? Like, just seriously, that is crazy. But I would love that. I would love that. I like big animals, um, like big dogs, big cats. Oh yeah, the horses were really nice too. Those were some good looking horses too. I don't know. Yeah, that rabbit was ginormous. It was a Flemish giant rabbit. I would love a Flemish giant rabbit. I think those are pretty expensive though. But they're pretty, I mean, they're big. They get big. That rabbit standing up would probably be like up to my shoulder. Seriously, no lie. Because um, those rabbits are big. It says the live is scheduled for Wednesday. Is that that might be just another live, Jaden. That might be a different live. That might not be um the Fall Fest live. I think Gail was just talking about Fall Fest lives, but that one that's scheduled for Wednesday might be just a regular live. Oh, that's cool. It's at least 4 times bigger than other rabbits. Yeah, the Flemish giant is huge, huge. But I looked into it because I seen, well, actually, I bought a rabbit cage off of Marketplace, and the listing said that it was previously a Flemish giant rabbit's cage. So that's how I knew about Flemish giant rabbits, because then I was like, a Flemish giant. So then, you know me, I got to learn about, well, what's a Flemish giant rabbit? So then I started doing research on Flemish giant rabbits, and I was like, oh, wow, like I would love a rabbit like that. But they also probably have some Flemish giant poop too. But yeah, I love the rabbit manure. I mean, I still have some rabbit manure from, um, I still have rabbit manure from when I had Duncan and Penelope. Right. But yeah, I would love to have my rabbits back again, but I just don't have anybody who would watch them for us to be able to travel. Giant rabbit poop. Why? Why? What do you mean, Lori? It's good for the garden. It would be good for the garden. You could put all that giant rabbit poop out there, and it'd be so full of nutrients for your plants. But yeah, a Flemish giant would not be an outside rabbit for sure. You could raise rabbits outside and there'd be no problem, but I just feel like a Flemish giant, I'm not sure that that would be an outside rabbit. I don't I can't recall on whether or not they have the same temperament as regular rabbits. So, yes, exactly, Heather. Giant fertilizer. Man, Bushcraft has his rabbits still. So he's got some good fertilizer in his backyard. But I would love to have my rabbits back again. I just don't have anybody who would be able to rabbit sit for me. Um, if I did get them and we did want to go like on vacation or travel or whatever. So yeah. So if you guys could move anywhere, where would you move? I think I would move if you could pick up and move anywhere, no questions asked, no financial issues or whatever, just you got the choice, somebody presented you with the opportunity to pick up and move anywhere, where would you pick up and move to? I would pick I think I would pick I think I think I would pick Greece because it's very beautiful there and I love the food. So, yeah, I think I would pick Greece, even though I've never been there. Heather said she would just add land and stay. That's also, yeah, Montana. What's in Montana, Karen, that would make you want to move to Montana? What would you put on your added land, Heather? If you added more land and stayed, what would you use the added land for? Turkey. Really? Ephesus, Turkey? Interesting. Have you been there, Jennifer? Snow. That's what's in Montana, Heather? Snow, open space, and a big sky. I get that. My phone died. What was the question? I was just asking if you had the opportunity, if somebody presented you with the opportunity to pick up and move anywhere, no questions asked, no financial issues, nothing is holding you back, where would you move to and why? More cows and goats and a wooded area for secret places to grow more food. Secret places, Heather? Secret places to grow more food. Missouri. What's in Missouri, Gail, that you would pick up and move there for? I said Greece because it looks so pretty there, and I love Greek food. I believe that I would like it there, even though I've never been there. A food forest, absolutely. I would definitely have to do like a farm in Greece, though, like a lot of land. I can't, if you've ever seen the way they live in Greece, in some parts of Greece, like it's like all in the like rock and like on top of each other. I can live like that. I definitely can live like that. I would definitely need like a farm area, like a big space. Nicer weather, Amish, Jan, Tammy, and it's pretty. Okay. You said it's nicer weather? Nicer weather than Texas? Why ever would you say such a thing? I did think Carolinas, but everyone is going there and they got too much humidity and bugs. You know what, Heather? You're not wrong there because at one point I was like, man, I've never been to the Carolinas, but I feel like I could just pick up and move there without even ever seeing the place. But yeah, my son is there now and he's going to be there for a long time. And he said the humidity is absolutely dreadful. Like, he's like, the humidity here is terrible. Like, people complain about Great Lakes, and he's like, forget it. I'll take Great Lakes in winter over this humidity any day. It's cooler, not so hot. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it does get pretty unbearable in some places where it gets so hot in the triple digits, and it just makes things hard to do outside, especially if you're an outside person who likes to be outside and it's just so hot and uncomfortable that you don't want to be outside. So yeah. Oregon and Indiana are too cold. No, Indiana's not that cold, Gail. Not anymore. I mean, we do get cold here. Let me take that back. We do get cold. We do get our cold snaps. We do get below zero. But we don't get a lot of snow like we used to get. We used to get some blizzards, like we would be like snowed in type of blizzards. But we don't get that type of snow anymore. And when it does get cold, it probably gets cold for like a week at a time, and then it's like fine. So, and the snow is not bad as long as you don't have to drive in it. It gets sometimes like 35, but mostly 40s in winter. See, now that's a winter. But 40s here for the winter, that wouldn't kill anything. We would be, and the bugs here are terrible. So yeah, but I was thinking like Greece or um yeah, that's probably the only thing on my list really would be Greece. Or okay, so there's another place that I would probably consider a little bit more skeptical of it because I've never been there, but Panama. Panama is another place that I hear is really nice to retire to. They use US currency. They are south of the equator, so they don't get all of those hurricanes and, bad, terrible natural disasters like we get up here in the northern hemisphere. Um, so, yeah, Panama would be another place where I would consider. I don't have to drive anywhere unless I want to. Yep. I noticed snow as a kid was way more than now. Now is only like 6 inches. If we get that, and if we do get it, it melts like the next day or within a couple days. Like it's gone. It doesn't stay around. Florida is nice for a visit. Absolutely. For a visit. We used to want to move there, but I don't think so anymore. Hey, Mona. Thanks for coming in. I was just asking the chat if you could pick up and move anywhere, no questions asked, not, money's not an issue, where would you go and why? I said I would go to Greece because it's a beautiful country and I love the food. So I could definitely see myself on a farm in Greece living my best life. Um, Jennifer said Ephesus, Turkey, and she has still not said why. So we're still waiting to hear from Jennifer on why she would move to Ephesus, Turkey. Karen said Montana. Heather said she would just add more land and stay where she's at. And Gail said she would go to Missouri because it's nicer weather, Amish, and there's friends. Wi-Fi still keeps going out. Oh, dang. Anywhere along the equator. Okay, Lori. So why would it be along the equator? Why anywhere along the equator? Told my husband I want to swing by Oregon on our way to Northern California. Swing by Oregon? Gail, you make it sound like it's like a pit stop. We're going to swing by Oregon on our way to Northern California. We're just going to swing by. But that sounds like a plan though. A little detour. Take a little detour on the trip. Nothing wrong with that. Uptown Maui was very beautiful. I never been. It's so sad what happened to Maui, isn't it? It's really so sad. It's very temperate and the weather rarely changes. Okay, that's a good observation, Lori. Very good observation. Yep, anywhere along the equator. So I wonder, um, I have to look at a map now. I want to see some of the countries that are along the equator. So Brazil is along the equator, Indonesia, Kenya, Colombia, definitely not Colombia, Ecuador, Uganda. These are all countries that lie on the equator. Interesting. Republic of the Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Maldives. You could move to the Maldives, Lori. That's a good question. I really don't know where I want to go. Where is the weather in the 70s all year? Ah, good luck with that, Gail. Let's see if there is a place, if there's such a place. Weather in the 70s all year. There's 5 places. So 5 places where the weather is 75 degrees and sunny all year long. All right, let's see. Where is it? Well, this article is more than 7 years old, so who knows? By now that might be changed. Let's see. I'll share my screen with you guys. Peru, Panama. I did say Panama was one of the places that I would consider. I want nice year-round beach and least bugs. Yeah. Hey, Marketplace Boutique. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I still have to send you that email. I haven't forgotten. Peru is beautiful, but they got anaconda. Oh, shoosh. I couldn't deal with no anaconda. Oh, the new series is in Africa and it's beautiful. You know, what's his name? He was from South Africa. I can't think of his channel name, but do you guys know who I'm talking about? I think he was in Shed Wars. He was from South Africa. And Guardian, something Guardian. Oh, what's his name? Something Guardian, something. Um, can't remember what his channel name is. Anyway, he's in South Africa. He said they do rolling blackouts out there. It's a really nice place, but crime is pretty bad in South Africa. But it's beautiful and it's cheap. So let's see. I'm not seeing the list of places. I thought this was okay. So Santa Barbara, California. Santa Barbara, 76 degrees. The humidity is 30%, and the potential for rain 0. I don't think I'd want to live anywhere where there's no rain. I don't know about that. Ecuador, there's Ecuador. Loja, Ecuador. Daily averages in the mid 70s pretty much all year long. There you go, Gail. Loja, Ecuador. Weather is wacky these days, changes everywhere. Yep. Those islands around Indonesia are beautiful. I had him on my live a few times. Yeah, I can't remember what his name is. It's something Guardian, right? I'd like to see the countries with cobblestone roads. That's coastal, I think. Yeah. Loja, Ecuador. So that's one place. The Canary Islands. So that's another one. Central Valley, Costa Rica. Costa Rica is probably really fun, really beautiful. Wait, that's it? Was that 5 places? So Central Valley, Costa Rica, capital San Jose. Okay, so there's a few different towns there. The daily temperature year round averages between 72 and 75, with summer highs rarely cresting 85 degrees, winter lows hovering at a balmy 64. So, yeah, that sounds like a nice place. From October to April, average daily highs are in the mid 70s to low 80s, with low humidity and little rain. There you go, Gail. That is Central Valley, Costa Rica. Europe has beautiful places. If you like mosquitoes, I'm from Alaska. They had mosquitoes. The joke was it was the state bird. Oh my gosh. That's big for mosquitoes. Yeah. You could grow year round. Yep, you sure can. Especially in the 70s. If it's like 70s, 80, high 70s, almost 80s for most of the year, you definitely could grow year round. But you definitely would need some rain, more rain than what they're saying. Yep, more rain than what they're saying, definitely. Especially if you want to grow year round. So let's see. What hobby do you wish you had more time for? Oh, yeah, I would love to grow citrus. So, what hobby do you wish you had more time for? Mine would probably be sewing, um, because I need to learn how. I need to sit down and learn how to use this machine. And I will. Once gardening season is done, I will definitely be sitting down and learning this machine. I have a singer crocheting. I have noticed that the places without snow have more problems with bugs. They absolutely do. Yep. And big bugs. Gardening, very short summer and growing season. Yes, absolutely. I wish I could, well, I can't say I can't, but it would be a definite effort for me to grow all year round. Travel. Oh, yes. Traveling is definitely a hobby, and I wish I had more time for that. Money, too. Learning to sew, I suppose. Yes, that's me, Gail. Learning to sew. I can sew by hand. Stained glass. Oh, pottery. Yeah, pottery. Pottery sounds fun. That's really interesting. Pottery. Good one, Heather. Yeah, I definitely wish I could get into some pottery. Because that could be a very lucrative hobby, actually. Slugs and deer. Oh, the deer. Yeah. Deer can definitely be a problem, especially if you don't have a fence. Deer can definitely be an issue. Soap making. That's a good one too. Yeah. Yeah, but that pottery, that sounds amazing. I remember going on a field trip when I was in like fourth or fifth grade, and we went to like a pottery, children's pottery museum or something like that. And we all made like a little thing, and we painted it, or glazed it, or whatever you want to call it. We put it in this big oven, and it was so cool. And I will never forget that experience. And I brought it home and I gave it to my mom, and she was like so happy. She loved it so much. So yeah, pottery would definitely be something that I wish I could have more time to master. Soap making, traveling too. Yes, traveling definitely. Painting and learning stained glass. Oh, working with leather. That's a good one too. Working with leather. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Leather is a good one. Yep. I'm stressing about this Mountain Grandma collab. I don't know what to do. Are you talking about the apothecary? Did I say that right? Apothecary. Apothecary collab. Karaoke. The apothecary collab. You could talk about your oils and some things you might use them for. Or have you infused an herb in an oil? So I am planning to make a tincture with my wild lettuce for my video. But I still haven't done all of the research on how I could try to go about doing that without buying alcohol. And I know that you can use glycerin, and I know that you can use apple cider vinegar, but will it be as effective? And also the shelf life would be affected if I didn't use the alcohol. So I'm still on the fence about how I want to do the tincture, but I also have to hurry up because my wild lettuce is going to seed and I need to harvest it like ASAP. Mine is sewing for sure. I have sewn many scraps and fabric, two machines that miss me. Oh, two machines, Shannon. Not one, but two machines. It's on the 3rd on Sunday or Monday. Is the 3rd on Sunday or Monday? Um, the 3rd is on Saturday, Gail. The 3rd is Saturday. My day is the 10th. So I have about a week and a half to buckle down and figure out what menstruum I'm going to use for my tincture. So, yeah. Glycerin is good. Not sure how long it lasts. Alcohol lasts longer and is more potent. So that much that I know, and I definitely want it to be as, potent as I can have it to be. I don't want it to be a weak tincture. So yeah, I will probably um, I'll probably just buckle down and do the alcohol tincture. I also have to get a well, I don't have to get that yet. The amber colored dropper bottles, because I'm gonna put it in the jar and whatever, and you have to wait, the 8 weeks or whatnot. So I won't need those amber jars until or bottles until later. So, but yeah, I'm probably just gonna do that. And the wild lettuce tincture is a pain medicine. So I was thinking a smudge stick. What is a smudge stick, Heather? YouTube channel Spirit of the Outdoors. He has a wild lettuce recipe. I don't think it's a tincture though. Oh, is it a salve or like a balm or something like that? Or maybe it's a tea. If it's a tea, I don't think it's going to be any good because wild lettuce is really, really bitter. Really bitter. It's not going to taste good at all. So you would almost have to put it in a tincture so that, oh, or, yeah, I'm out of my comfort zone here. Sage. A smudge stick is sage? I love Justin. His channel is awesome. Oh, a smudge stick is sage. Okay. So that's pretty cool. What does that mean, Jaden? What? It's wrapped herbs you burn to cleanse the air. Sometimes when some, oh, so it's like, okay, I get it. Oh, yeah. Oh, duh. Burning the sage. Yes. Okay. I think it's a salve. Oh, the tar thing. Yeah, I have seen people do that where they like boil it down and then it turns into like a tar and um then you have to redo it. Like there's so many steps to that when they do that, when they make it into a tar like that. Um but yeah, I don't think I would want to do it like that because I don't think I would want to do that many steps with it. But um I want to make it as easy as possible, that's for sure. I think it's a salve, it's a tar, right? Okay. Yes, right. You can use sage, rosemary, lavender, or a mix. Okay. Wild lettuce tar is stronger than a narcotic but natural. Amazing for pain relief. Yeah. I just don't want to go through that whole process of making it into a tar. That takes so long. I just want to shove all the stuff in a jar and pour the alcohol on it and then put it in a dark cabinet. Because making that tar is a lot of process. Because you gotta, okay, so you gotta boil it down until it's almost nothing, and then it becomes this like tar. Then you have to take it out, and then you have to I think you still have to put the alcohol on it, don't you? I think one of the couple of the ones I've seen, you still end up having to put the alcohol on it, if I'm not mistaken. And then you boil it again. Um, there's like 3 steps to that tar thing. So I remember watching a couple of videos on people doing it that way. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of process. Um, yeah, but then once you get it into a tar, you still make a tincture out of it, don't you? That's why I won't make that one. It gives you a high like opium. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that tar thing. I don't need it that strong. I think just the regular, um, I think just the regular tincture would be strong enough because the wild lettuce is strong enough on its own. So you don't have to make it any stronger by making it tar. So, and you have to be really careful when you're using it if you are um, taking any types of medication or, you know what I mean? You don't want that to have any type of adverse effects on your whatever you're taking already. You know what I mean? So definitely make sure you do your own research. And I'll put all that in my video. So I might do something with propolis from the honeybees. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Heather. That's different too. Not everybody will be doing that. Like I'm just gonna do a tincture, like a simple tincture. Tammy's done a lot. She's done bug spray, she's done salves, like, but I don't have all that stuff on hand, like the beeswax and whatever else, like shea butter or whatever other vessels or menstruums you can use to make those salves and stuff like that. I think she actually used Vaseline once too, so come to think of it. But I don't want to have to go buy a bunch of stuff for it either. So that's why I'm just like, you know what? I've got the wild lettuce growing in the yard. I've got the jars. All I need to do is pour the alcohol on it, and it is what it is. So yeah, what can you do with the beeswax? So the beeswax, you can make a salve with it. You melt down the beeswax, and you can do salves with the beeswax. So you can use your if you've got chamomile, if you've got comfrey, raspberry leaves is a good one too. Raspberry leaves you can use. Trying to think of what you have, Gail, because I pretty much know what you have in your yard. Oregano. Do you have oregano growing, Gail? You can use oregano. Um, make oregano oil, and that is definitely something to use in your apothecary. Oregano oil is very beneficial. If you have some oregano growing, if it hasn't already flowered anyway. Beeswax I use in my plantain salve and dandelion salve. Yep. Lori says, I melt beeswax with cannabis and yarrow infused oils for a pain relief salve. Yes. You could infuse an herb in olive oil and use that oil to make chapstick. You can infuse oregano in olive oil, and you can put that in a dropper bottle. And oregano oil is supposed to be really beneficial for a lot of things. And it's fairly easy to make. I haven't made it yet, but I was determined to make it this year, and I did not. So my oregano oil is already flowering. I mean, my oregano is flowering, so I'm sure I can still try it. I can could probably still try to do something with it. Let's see if I can. Okay, so there we go. That's bigger. So this is the benefits of oregano oil. So it's it fights bacteria, treats small intestine bacteria, treats fungal infections. It's full of antioxidants. It's a good anti-inflammatory. It's good for wounds, for repelling insects, for pain relief. Let's see. So oregano oil contains high levels of important compounds in its leaves and stems. Oil manufacturers dry the leaves and stems, then steam or distill the plant matter to extract as many compounds as possible. So carvacrol is the main active compound in oregano oil and a type of antioxidant. Thymol may help protect against toxins and fight fungal infections. So 10 benefits is fighting bacteria, treating small intestine bacteria, treating fungal infections, athlete's foot, yeast infections, that type of thing, providing antioxidants. Um, Oregano oil may help reduce inflammation. One study on mice, the compound prevented obesity by affecting the genes involved in inflammation. That's interesting. Healing wounds. Applying diluted oregano oil to the skin may help protect smaller cuts and scrapes on the skin as they heal. Repelling insects. So you could use that as a mosquito repellent. Pain reliever. Aiding to weight loss. Fighting cancer. The oil also appeared to inhibit the growth of some lung cancer and prostate cancer cells. So oregano oil comes in capsules and as a liquid. So in your case, you would make a liquid, and the strength of the oil may vary. People who do not enjoy the taste of oregano should choose capsules, but I love oregano, so use oregano oil topically for skin. Dilute 1 to 2 drops into a teaspoon in the palm of your hand, or apply it directly to skin. Don't take too much. It could be very potent. Oregano oil should not be consumed in the essential oil form. How do you use oregano oil as an antibiotic? More research is needed. So yeah, anyhow, you'd have to do your own research, but oregano oil is really beneficial. And I believe you just have to infuse it. I've harvested oregano twice this year already. I think I'll let it flower now. The bees love it, Lori. So you fill a jar 1/2 to 3/4 full of the dried herb, pour olive oil over it to cover it, and then you let it sit 6 to 8 weeks in a dark place. So it's just the same as you would make a tincture, except instead of using alcohol, you're using oil. So that's an idea, Gail. If you have some herbs, you can do herb infused oil. So it doesn't need heating, no. See, the Honeystead is another great, oh, I love the Honeystead. I love her channel, yes. She's actually the one where I saw her doing the wild lettuce tincture. Oh, Gail, you can do lemon balm too. If you have a lot of lemon balm growing, because I know lemon balm is part of the mint family. Lemon balm is pretty prolific, and you can use that as well in the apothecary. There's lots of things you can do with lemon balm. Tammy did a video about using it, what, 8 different ways? So yeah, I mean, lemon balm is really good. You can do lemon balm. You can dry the lemon balm and use it for tea. It's really good for like anxiety and relaxing and that type of thing. So, yep. All right, Karen, thank you so much for coming in. Have a great night. So, yeah, any type of herbs that you might have, um, you can use those in oils and in tinctures. You just have to do your research on what the benefit is of that particular herb. Not only that, but you can combine herbs too, for a multiple, effect. Yes, Heather, you're amazing. Maybe you can do some videos to help guide us. You're welcome, Gail. Just some ideas. It doesn't have to be complicated, and just try to use what you already have on hand. Don't try to go out and buy anything. I'm not trying to go out and buy anything, but I am going to do the probably do the alcohol method. Either way, if I whatever I do, I'm going to have to buy either the oil or the alcohol to do the tincture or the oil. So either way, because I don't have enough olive oil on hand to make a tincture, so or to make a infused oil, I would need a lot of oil for that. So I would probably need actually a whole bottle. One of the small bottles just to make a pint-sized jar. So either way, if I do the oil, I'll have to buy olive oil. If I do the tincture, I would have to buy the menstruum to use for the tincture. So, but don't try to buy a bunch of stuff. Use what you have on hand. Use what you have growing. I know you have a lot of herbs already on hand, so try to figure out, what it is that you have that you can use. Garlic heads infused in oil. Garlic heads infused in honey, Heather. Garlic heads infused in honey. That's a good one too. You can add vinegar to citrus peels or pine or spruce needles or a bit of both and make a cleaner. Well, there you go. Look at that. It makes an oil. I should when the season slows for sure. Oil goes rancid. Yeah, so oil doesn't last forever. Yeah, a small jar, a very small jar. Suggest a small jar, like a 4-ounce jar or whatever, like a half pint jar. I have garlic on honey. I cut some cloves in half. Yeah, that's a good idea too. You could do the garlic infused honey. Garlic infused honey. Yeah, garlic infused honey. So there's a lot of ideas. You can't use the honey from like Walmart or anything like that. You actually have to use like some real honey, but in order to get the benefits from the honey. But yeah, there's tons of different things that you can do for the collab. You can even do just dried herbs. You can do, put your herbs in your dehydrator and fill up your jars. You can do dried basil. You can do dried oregano, dried lemon balm. If you have, I don't think you have raspberries, Gail, but you could dry raspberry leaves and use that for teas. What else? I would say roses, but I don't think you have roses either. You could do roses. You could dry dehydrate roses, and you could use the rose petals for tea as well. Um, oh, you have Amish honey. Well, that would work if you just did a honey infused, garlic infused honey. You leave that infused. infused for 8 weeks or whatever. And when you eat those garlic cloves infused with honey during the winter time, it's supposed to be really good for like fighting colds and boosting your immune system and that type of thing. So it's kind of like how people use fire cider. So or you could try to incorporate something with some apple cider vinegar, maybe. That's a good way to put something into your apothecary with apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegars, different types of olive oil or rapeseed oil or coconut oils, different oils, the beeswax, of course. Um, you could just dry a bunch of herbs, like I said, and put them in jars and use them for teas. Take the peels and wrappers off each garlic clove and then pour honey over it and leave it on the counter. There you go. Simple, very simple. And use like just a very small, 4 ounce, half pint jar. It doesn't have to be a lot, you know. I was thinking fire cider after done drying the ingredients and powdering for capsules. hmm I've never made fire cider, but I've considered it. And I think like now would be the best time to make the fire cider because fire cider has to sit for what, like 8 weeks? That's like 2 months before it could be, um, let's see. Don't you have to let it sit for about like 6 to 8 weeks or something like that? That's like 2 months. So right around the time when you would be needing it, like when you feel that tickle in your throat or you got a runny nose or you're starting to feel a little under the weather, you just take a shot of that fire cider and yeah. So yeah, yes, get ready for winter cold stuff. So you want to do that now so that by the time you need it, it's ready and you're not now trying to make it at the time when you're needing it. I have a little, you could also go to like an herbal store. They might have some dried herbs that you can use to make like chamomile tea and whatnot, or but yeah, you don't want to go out and buy anything, so scratch that. Just use what you have. Use what you have. It doesn't have to be complicated, just something simple, something easy. You know what I mean? You don't have to be this professional herbalist, It's just a small contribution to the collaboration, that's all. So, but I had been meaning to make the wild lettuce tincture anyway. So I figured, well, since Tammy's doing the collaboration, I might as well do it for that. So I will. Um, but yeah. So do you have enough ideas now, Gail? Yes, talk about a few benefits. Exactly. Hope that helps, Gail. So whatever you're doing, just, explain what it is you're doing, why you're doing it, and what the benefits are. That's all. It doesn't have to be that long. And I think by the time you cover those 3 points, you can easily have a 7 to 8 minute video. So I think you'll do fine. I think you will do just fine. So that's one that's one of the collabs. And then Lisa from Yogi Hollow Farm, she is doing a collab for preserving food, any type of preserving, like, it doesn't have to be canning, it doesn't have to be dehydrating or whatever. It could be any way that you're preserving food. So I literally, like that day, was it that day or the day before, went out and I harvested like a ton of blackberries. I washed them, threw them in a Ziploc bag, flattened it out, and put it in my freezer. Like, really, like, super simple. And then she had that post about doing the collab about preserving food. She said she had uh, a few bags of preserved vegetables in the freezer. And I was like, that's funny that you said that, because I just threw like a gallon sized bag of, well, it wasn't full, but a gallon sized bag, Ziploc bag in the freezer of blackberries. And I will be out there harvesting more blackberries to put in the freezer, because what I'll probably do is make blackberry jam. I thought about a blackberry pie or blackberry pie filling, but we'll see. I'll have to look in my book to see what ideas I can get for blackberries. Let's see if I can find something in here right now. Blueberry. So there's blueberry jam, jelly, blueberry basil vinegar, Heather. Blueberry focaccia, blueberry freezer jam, blueberry fruit leathers. You did fruit leather before, didn't you, Heather? Frozen tomatoes. I was going to make sauce, so I'm waiting for her to send more info. Yes, there you go. Blueberry lemon jam. I did the blueberry syrup and blueberry pie filling. So there's some ideas for your blueberry syrup. Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So blackberries. Okay, I could do blackberry jam, blackberry jelly. I could do freezer jam, no cook freezer jam. Whoa, a blackberry liquor sauce. Not doing that. Mulled vinegar, preserves, a trifle with rosemary syrup. Too bad I didn't grow any rosemary. And a triple berry freezer jam. Interesting. So yeah, what is the mulled vinegar? What is mulled vinegar? I've never. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know what that is. Mulled blackberry vinegar. 4 cups of blackberries, 4 cups of apple cider vinegar, 2 sticks of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of whole cloves, and 1 tablespoon of whole allspice. Interesting. Cook. So you pour, let's see, you wash the blackberries, blah, blah, blah. Combine the blackberries and the cup of cider vinegar in a large glass bowl. Lightly crush the blackberries. Add the remaining cider vinegar and the spices. Cover the bowl with wax paper or plastic wrap and secure, and let the vinegar steep in a cool, dark place for 4 weeks. Wow. Okay. Stirring every 2 to 3 days. Taste the vinegar each week for desired flavor. Strain the vinegar. Okay. So that's a process. Mulled vinegar. I do a triple berry bread. Ooh, so having a few different berries in the freezer is good. Yes, I wonder if they're is it blackberry juice? I didn't see blackberry juice, but I seen this mulled blackberry vinegar, which sounds pretty interesting. Let's see. Let me look under juice and see what it says. Juices. So there is a berry juice. There is a berry juice. So let's see. Let's see what it says for berry juice. That's jelly. I don't know if I'm missing something or what, but that says jelly. 28. Okay, fruit juices, berry juice. So you can use berries, water, and sugar. You wash your berries under cold water, drain them, discard any crushed, bruised, or diseased berries. Coarsely crush the berries. Then you got to combine the berries and the water in a large saucepan. Simmer until soft. Strain the berries. So yeah, you can definitely make juice. I'm currently in the works of making my own vanilla extract. Ooh, yum. It takes 18 months. Sorry, guys, I just had to turn this light on so that I could see my book. I don't want it that bright. It takes 18 months. I have a while yet. I need to order some vanilla beans. I don't really like vanilla. Shannon, where did you get yours? I ordered my vanilla from Amazon. Gotta run, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'm only going to do like another 15 minutes so I can get the even 3 hours. I need to get some. They charge so much at the store for one. You know what? If you have any like Spanish stores around you, Heather, I'm not sure if you do or not, but usually spices and things are cheaper at like Spanish stores, like cinnamon sticks and vanilla beans and like just herbs in general. They're fresh in like the little baggies that come and they hang on the little pegboard or whatever. Those little baggies of fresh herbs. They are a lot cheaper at the Spanish stores than they are at the regular stores. I can tell you that. $9, but that was last year. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, so if you have like some Spanish stores near you, I would venture to say that it would probably be a lot cheaper to get things there than it would be to get them at any other store. Because I know at least around my neck of the woods, all the herbs and fresh herbs and things are cheaper at the Spanish stores. And if you're in a regular store, look in the Spanish aisle because a lot of times they'll have that stuff like a international aisle or whatever, international foods or something like that, and they'll have that stuff in the aisle. So yeah, I might be able to get them to order it if they don't. Oh, okay, there you go. Absolutely, it's worth a try anyway. Definitely worth a try. Um, who was it? Sandy. from Suburban Homestead, Wyoming, Arizona. She always does a vanilla bean giveaway. She gives away the Madagascar vanilla beans. It's Madagascar something vanilla beans, but I know she often does giveaways for the vanilla beans, um, and they're Madagascar. I know for sure they're Madagascar because I just was like, wow, Madagascar vanilla beans. That's so interesting. Too bad I don't like vanilla. I don't know what it is. I don't like the smell of vanilla, and I don't like uh, the taste of vanilla. Like I don't like vanilla candles or vanilla flavored stuff. So, oh, I thought this was going to charge my phone. It's not. Yeah, so I'm not a big vanilla fan. My daughter loves vanilla. Like she loves vanilla. She'll eat vanilla ice cream. She does, I like mint chocolate chip, but she'll eat vanilla ice cream. She likes vanilla body sprays and perfumes and vanilla candles and all the things vanilla. Not I. I don't like it. You can use vodka or rum. Maybe an orange extract for you. Maybe so. Yeah, I wouldn't do vanilla. Is that for the vanilla extract? Vodka or rum? I think the rum would probably make it a little smoother, like a dark rum instead of a light rum, or does it matter? Because I'm gonna probably end up using the vodka for the tincture that I'm gonna make. Um, and I know it has to be 80 proof. So I've kind of been looking online to see like what brands and how much they are, and um, trying to get an idea of how much I'm going to need because I don't want to be left with any because I don't need it for anything else unless I'm going to make another tincture. But yeah, I am going to be doing the try each, then a mix half and half. Okay. Hmm. That's definitely experimenting. If you do that, Heather, then definitely make a video. So I got like 10 more minutes on here. Does anybody have any? Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you guys. I mentioned it earlier, but I forgot to show you guys. I had got some things in the mail. So Gail's envelope came finally. Let me see if there's a date on here. Oh yeah, it's postmarked July 1st, and I got this Friday. So that was July 26th. Can you believe that? It took that long to get here. So these were the 4 o'clock seats that I won on Gail's 500 subscriber. Hey Serena, thanks for popping in. So I got this sticker from Gail, and I got the 4 o'clock seats. Congrats on winning 4 o'clock seeds. I hope they grow well for you. Thank you for all of your support. Sincerely, Broken Ministry Gail. So yeah, that was a long time, but they made it here. I also got these cute little soap caddies from what does that say? I didn't read that. It says named by Captain Tommy Scoville, the lifeboat. Go check his channel out on YouTube. Oh, okay. This was Blessed to Crochet. And I got 2 of these little soap caddies. They're crocheted soap caddies. Can you guys see those? And you just put like a bar of soap inside of here. It's really cute. So I got 2 of those from Blessed to Crochet. I think I also won that on Gail's live. So it says Indiana Backyard Gardener, enjoy the soap caddies. Thank you for your support. Have a blessed day. Stay connected. Kathy and Mary, Blessed to Crochet. So that's cute. I got those. And then from, let's see, from the last live I did, Melissa, sweet Melissa, she says, Adrian, the mountain mint stubbornly refuses to root. So I'm sending peppermint seeds and a couple of surprises. I hope that's okay. It's been so hot. I think the mint already bolted. I know my lemon balm has. I hope life is treating you kind. I'll see you soon on the YouTube. So that was from Melissa. And she sent me a Jerusalem sage seed head. So that's Jerusalem sage. And then she sent me some sugar peas. We were talking about sugar peas that day. She sent me sugar peas and then peppermint seeds. So I think it was these were the peppermint seeds from Serenaseed. Serenaseed is the company where there you go. So that was the seed company that they came from. And basically she just photocopied the front and the back of the seed package. So yeah, I would probably do this in a what do you call those? The milk jugs? Winter sowing. I would probably do the peppermint in winter sowing. This Jerusalem sage looks awesome. I got some sage out there now, but I'll have to do some research on Jerusalem sage. That looks interesting. So Shannon says, I used vodka. That was what I had. I want to try rum, but I've got a lifetime supply with 2-pint jars of vanilla. Maybe I'll try rum with orange peels. Interesting. Yeah, that sounds yummy. What do soil scientists read to get their news? The compost. What's a skunk's favorite insect? A stink bug. Which insect is made from a delicate fabric? A lacewing. I had heard a couple of jokes earlier, and I thought I was going to remember them because I was like, oh, Serena would love those. One of them was, oh, what did the chicken say? What did the chicken say at the party? So I'll put it in the chat. What did the chicken say at the party? He said, I'm lit. I'm lit. And then there was another one. I don't remember what the other one was, but I remember that one. What did the chicken say at the party? I'm lit. I was like, oh, that's funny. Serena would love that joke. That seems like a joke for Serena. Cute, cute. All right. So, what are you guys planning for this next week? Anybody got any special plans going on? Have you guys started your fall garden already? I have seedlings downstairs in under the grow lights. They're doing well. Trying to make sure that I don't let them dry out because the grow light that I have on them is it's not a hot grow light, but it does get warm. And I had it on for the 3 days we were gone. When I came back, the whole tray was nearly dried out. So I was lucky that I made it back in time to hydrate all of my seedlings. I think with the exception of like 2 seedlings, everything was pretty much still standing. And then there was 2 seedlings that were kind of like leaned over, like, oh, I'm so thirsty. I only have 1 okra ready for harvest. I have 2 other okra plants that haven't started blooming yet. How many okra plants do I need to get a decent amount of okra for at least 1 serving at a time? I would say you want between 4 and 6 plants. That way, every time your plants produce okra, you can get at least 1 or 2 pods from each plant. And then you'll have like anywhere from 6 to 8 pods at a time. And 6 to 8 pods at a time is pretty much 1 serving. You can chop those up and, saute them or do what have you with them. And then you either have them, you can have them for like at least 1 or 2 meals. I've got some weeding to do, want to add some bush beans. Oh yeah, bush beans. Planting my green stalk lettuces and basil. My bush beans, oh, I have to harvest from those. When I came back from my Cedar Point trip, I saw that I needed to harvest those, and I haven't. But you just reminded me now that I need to go harvest. It looks like it might have rained already. The driveway is a little dry, so the driveway is a little wet. So I might be able to get out there if the mosquitoes don't eat me alive. I know that after it rains, it is crazy out there. The mosquitoes are crazy, like tear you up, eat you alive. I have not got to get my garlic out, like harvested garlic or planted garlic. Oh, then plant carrots. Okay, so harvest your garlic and then plant carrots. Okay, I see. I am going to be doing some garlic in October. Oh no, you caught it? You caught the rabbit or you saw the rabbit doing it? Like you caught him in action or you actually physically caught the rabbit? Harvest. Okay. Yeah, Zeke. Oh, seen him doing it. Okay. Zeke does not allow any animals around. They have given up on, uh, unless it's deer, they've given up on coming to bother my garden. I had stink bugs all over two of my basil 2 weeks ago. Got the kaolin clay, mixed half a cup in a spray bottle with half teaspoon of sal suds, and sprayed the plants where they were completely for 2 nights. Wasn't a Flemish giant. And it worked. No more stink bugs. Good job, Serena. That's a good story. That's a good, a happy ending, I should say. I might need to invest in some kaolin clay for next growing season because I'm just at my wit's end with cucumber beetles and squash bugs. So, all right, guys, we're going to end it here. Thank you, everyone who stuck around, who supported the channel. If you guys are watching the replay, thank you so much for replaying. Thumbs up, share it out, whatever, all the good stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, until next time, you guys, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.